In the silence of a crimson night, still was shining in the fading light. Broken dreams on a battlefield, scars too deep for time to heal. I was lost in the clash of pride. With a restless heart I tried to hide. Then your voice cut through the flame, whispering softly my name. When the war inside wouldn't fade, you reached for me at the edge of the blade. At the edge of the blade, I found your love, like a white dove rising above, where the swords and the shadows collide. You were my peace in the fight, in the fire and the pouring rain. You healed every hidden pain. At the edge of the blade, I saw the truth. All I ever needed was you. Through the echoes of shattered shields, past the weight that armor yields. Your touch was fearless and warm, a quiet calm within the storm. No more kingdoms left to claim, no more glory, no more fame. If loving you is my only vow, I lay my weapons down. When the darkness tried to invade, you stood with me at the edge of the blade. At the edge of the blade, I found your love, like a white dove rising above, where the swords and the shadows collide. You were my peace in the fight, in the fire and the pouring rain. You healed every hidden pain. At the edge of the blade, I saw the truth. All I ever needed was you. Let the battle flags fall to the ground. In your arms, no war is found. Every scar tells a story of grace that led me to your embrace. At the edge of the blade, I found your love, sent like a blessing from above, where the world was tearing apart. You were the light in my heart. No more fear, no more parade. I choose your love over every blade. And at the edge of the blade, I finally knew my forever begins with you. They taught us how to compromise, how to bend until we break. Said kindness wouldn't get us far, honesty's a mistake. But I looked at all the choices, and I knew what I'd defend. I'd rather lose 1,000 things than lose who I am. They called it weakness, I called it truth. This is a clean heart in a dirty world, still beating, still alive when everything is a stain with lies. This is a clean heart in a dirty world. Unashamed, unafraid, I didn't trade my innocence for power or for praise. Let them keep their clever words, their crowns and their pearls. I kept a clean heart in a dirty world. Maybe the world doesn't need more perfect looking lives. Maybe it needs brave hearts that still try. If loving you made me vulnerable, then I accept that cost. I'd rather feel deeply and hurt than be safely lost. I won't harden, I won't pretend. This is a clean heart in a dirty world. Still choosing to believe that love is more than what we take. It's what we give when everything around me falls and truth feels blurred. I'll keep a clean heart in a dirty world. When the dust finally settles and masks are finally gone, they'll see what really mattered. A clean heart in a dirty world. We were born into the noise of promises that never heal. They taught us how to guard our hearts, told us nothing stays real. But somewhere in the wreckage, in all the shame and scars, I found a quiet kind of truth in the way you are. They said love would make us weak, but loving you made me believe. This is holy love in a broken world, still standing when hope falls apart. No altar built of gold or stone, just faith inside the heart. When everything around us failed and truth felt unfurled, we kept a holy love alive in a broken world. They prayed with empty voices, preached mercy without grace. They turned away from suffering, but judged us to our face. We learned forgiveness slowly. We learned to stay sincere, to choose compassion every time when hatred felt so near. If holiness is staying kind, then we were never wrong. This is holy love in a broken world, untouched by greed or pride. We didn't need permission to stand on love's side. They tried to tear us into doubt, said love like ours was flawed. But we found something sacred when the world was not. Maybe heaven isn't waiting somewhere far above. Maybe it's found in broken places where people still choose love. If walking with you through the dust is how I learn what's true, then every saw our wounds, not our devotion. This is holy love in a broken world, still breathing, still awake. We held each other through the dark, through every faithless day. Let the world keep what it worships, power, fear, and control. We chose the quiet miracle of a love that stayed whole when everything else to dust and truth is finally heard. They'll know what saved us all along was holy love in a broken world. In a broken world, they see the stains on our clothes, the scars we never chose. They think they know our story from the ground beneath our shoes. They speak like we are broken, like love can't live down here. But they never felt the way we prayed through doubt and fear. They mistook survival for a lack of grace. There's innocence beneath the dirt, a heart the world can't stain, still beating through the shame and hurt, still calling out your name. They only see what's on the surface, they don't see what it's worth. There's innocence still breathing beneath the dirt. We learn to smile in silence, to hope without a sound, to keep our hands clean in a world that tried to pull us down. They said we were too fragile, too soft to last this long. But loving you with all I had is what kept me strong. If purity means choosing love, then we were never lost. There's innocence beneath the dirt, still untouched, still true. No matter how the world accused or what they put us through, they try to teach us how to harden, how to close and hurt. But we kept something sacred beneath the dirt. Maybe innocence isn't perfect, maybe it's just brave to stay kind when everything around you asks you to change. If loving you was my rebellion against a cruel design, then I choose this broken road every time. They washed their hands of grace, we washed our hearts clean. There's innocence beneath the dirt, and I still see it now. In every tear we never showed, in every silent vow. They try to pull us in the shadows, told us this is how it goes, that love must learn to compromise it, so it finally grows. We walk through streets of judgment, through words sharp as stone, but every time I looked at you, I still felt home. They confuse survival with surrender, but we didn't. This was a love that stayed clean in the dust, still gentle, still enough. When the world kept dragging us down, we lifted each other up. They tried to stain what we believed, said purity was lost, but love stayed clean, even in the dust. We didn't trade our honesty for comfort or for fame. We didn't harden our hearts just to play their game. They laughed at how we held our ground with nothing much to show, but loving you with open hands was all I needed to know. If love is choosing truth each day, then we were rich. This was a love that stayed clean in the dust, unbroken, unashamed. We carry light in empty pockets while the world chased names. They try to teach us how to bend until we were lost, but love stayed clean, even in the dust. Maybe cleanliness isn't distant from the dirt we face. Maybe it's keeping your heart intact in a broken place. If walking through the fire with you is how I keep my trust, then I walk every mile again through the dust. They washed their hands, we washed our souls. This was a love that stayed clean in the dust, still breathing, still true. When everything around us fell, we held on to you. Let the world keep what it worshipped, power, fear, and lust. We kept something holy alive, a love that stayed clean in the dust. When time reveals what really mattered and all the false things rust, they'll know what couldn't be destroyed, a love that stayed clean. The night was cold, the sky was torn by silent winds and thorns of war. I walked alone with prayers in mind, searching for peace I could not find. Then in the shadows near the stream, a broken man like a fading dream. Blood on the stones, a heavy breath, a warrior dancing close to death. tore my veil to stop the red. I begged the stars, not him, not yet. Your lips were pale, your body weak, but still you tried to rise and speak. I carried you through moonlit dust, with trembling faith, with fearless trust. And every step I felt it grow a bond that neither of us knew. You were the storm I couldn't tame, a wounded sword without a sheath. But in your silence I heard my fate calling my heart beneath my breath. By the river I found you, where the world had left you to fall. With my hands I held your heartbeat when you could not hold it at all. And I whispered, stay, don't leave me, though we were strangers that night. By the river I found you, and my soul found its light. My father taught me love is prayer, a truth you carry across you bear. But I never knew a single glance could turn pain into destiny's dance. Now every battle you must fight, I'll be your calm, I'll be your light. If darkness comes, I'll stand my ground, because love is where you're found. Now dawn arrives, the river sings of second chances, healing wings. You open your eyes, you breathe my air, and I see forever written there. No crown of gold, no throne I seek, just your safe return each time you leave. For if the world demands your flame, then I will guard it in your name. By the river I found you, where the world had left you to fall. With my hands I held your heartbeat when you could not hold it at all. And I whispered, stay, don't leave me, now you're the reason I fight. By the river I found you, and my heart found its light. Found its light. By the river I found you, and I'll never let you go. I heard the forest holding secrets under branches dark and wide. Every leaf was crying softly, like the world had learned to hide. And the river spoke in whispers, carried sorrow in its sound. And I followed where it led me, to a man on broken ground. His armor torn, his hands still shaky, from a battle no one saw. yet his eyes refused to surrender, even while his body fought. And I said, don't fade away, not tonight, not in my arms. Though I didn't know your story, I could feel your silent stars. Wounded heart, saved by love. When the night was closing in, I became your shelter while you were bleeding from within. Wounded heart, saved by love. I held hope against the pain, and the river watched us bleed as I called you back again. I washed your wounds with trembling mercy, with the courage I could find. I gave you water, gave you warmth, and all the strength inside my mind. You tried to speak, but words were heavy like a sword you put in race. So I prayed above your heartbeat for the darkest, longest days. And in the quiet I could sense something stronger than the fear. A destiny was slowly drowning as your soul began to clear. You were fire wrapped in sorrow, a lion chained by fate, and I knew my hands were chosen to unlock that iron gate. Wounded heart, saved by love. When the night was closing in, I became your shelter while you were bleeding from within. Wounded heart, saved by love. I held hope against the pain, and the river washed us breathing as I called you back again. My father said a faithful heart must never kneel to fear. But I never understood it till your death was standing near. So I fought with nothing but devotion, nor me no steel. Only love so pure and trembled of storm. You didn't say 1,000 speeches. You didn't swear a royal vow. But in the way your hands on mine, I felt just the river starting now. And I saw beyond the river, beyond the blood, beyond the cries, a path where we would walk together. Under fate's unending star. The night is cold, the winds are wild, yet in our hearts a fire is styled. Sisters gathered, hands held tight, we stand as one against the night. The enemy comes with iron breath, they whisper fear, they promise death. But I will not let darkness stay, not while love can light the way. Hold your tears, lift up your chin. This is where our strength begins. Not for hate, not for pride, but for those we keep inside. Love in the face of war, we will not fall, we will not fall. With courage in our veins, we break the chains, we stand tall. Even when the stars turn black, we won't turn back, we won't turn back. With faith as our sword, love is the roar. Love in the face of war. I see the fear behind your eyes, but I also see the rise. You were born from ancient lands with destiny in your hands. The world may try to tear us down, to steal our hope, to burn our ground. But hear me now, my sisters dear, loving heart has no fear. Tie your armor, braid your hair, say a prayer into the air. If the battle takes our breath, love will outlive even death. Love in the face of war, we will not fall, we will not fall. With courage in our veins, we break the chains, we stand tall. Even when the stars turn black, we won't turn back, we won't turn back. With faith as our sword, love is the roar. Love in the face of war. If I fall, don't let me fade. Carry on what we have made. For the children, for the home, for the truth that we have known. Raise the banner, kiss the earth. So walk with me to